Welcome to Battle Brains! SporcleCon 2024. A hearty welcome, a hearty thank you to all of you, Detroit, Michigan. All right, let me turn the show over to the true star. Mr. Personality. He's going to be the best dressed person, second to probably Abby right here and all the rest of you in the gold. But he's an incredible friend of Sporcle and the guy who's going to steal the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Buzzy Cohen.
Is everyone having fun? I've had a great time watching you all be so impressive during the day. And now it is time for our main event, the Battle of the Brains. So we're going to have two halves to this game and then a final. To present these first 4 rounds, I want to introduce our 2 hosts. First, we've got one of Sporcle's recruiters and a freelance stop-motion animator from Chicago. Let's hear it for Lauren Travers. And joining Lauren and specifically trying to one-up me in the outfit department, he's certified fresh according to Rotten Tomatoes, but if you ask his wife, his playlist could use a little more salt and pepper. Please welcome Detroit's own Robert. Take it away.
Hello, welcome to Battle of the Brains. Welcome. We are so happy to be here tonight at the beautiful Fillmore. Thank you guys so much for coming out. You make SporcleCon amazing, you make it possible, so thank you to each and every one of you, sincerely. I'm actually from Chicago, but I know Robert is Detroit native, so have you been here before?
Detroit proper, yeah.
Detroit proper, excuse me. Have you seen any shows here at the Fillmore?
Oh, you have no idea how many shows I've seen here.
Tell me about it.
Way back when it was a state theater as well. I've seen Rage Against the Machine here. I've seen Busta Rhymes here. I've seen Tool here. This was like it was like my favorite concert was Tool. I saw the Wiggles. Oh wait.
The Wiggles?
No, the Wiggles was the Fox. I did not want to bring that up.
Well, thank you again for having us. This space is absolutely beautiful. So let's get right into it.
Round 1. This is Driving to Succeed, as Buzzy has already gone through, just to make sure, reminding you that we do not want just the car model. We want, that is part of your answer. We want the whole answer. Do not just give us the car model that is featured in these answers, otherwise you will be marked wrong. So again, looking for the whole answer. Question number 1. Your question, what 1982 single's famous guitar riff was sampled by Destiny's Child for their hit single, Bootylicious? I do love saying Bootylicious.
Moving on to question 2. What soft drink was replaced by Starry in 2023?
Question 3. What is the common name, including his epithet, of the 4th child of John of Portugal, commonly associated with the Age of Discovery?
And question 4. Newspaper publisher Britt Reed is the alter ego of what vigilante who made his debut on a 1936 radio show? The character appeared on film in 2011.
And your last one, question number 5. What event's next occurrence is September 22nd, 2024 for about 1 billion people and March 20th, 2025 for the remaining 7 billion? Those are your 5 questions. We are ready with your answers. Your question again, the 82 single famous guitar riff sampled in Destiny Child's Bootylicious would reference Edge of 17. The Edge being made by Ford. For number 2, Starry was the replacement for Sierra Mist for the GMC Sierra.
All right, and for number 3, what is a common name, including nickname, of the 4th child of John of Portugal? Our answer there was Henry the Navigator. And the Navigator is a Lincoln model, Henry the Navigator. And for number 4, newspaper publisher Britt Reed is the alter ego of what vigilante who made his debut on a 1936 radio show? The Green Hornet was that vigilante. The Green Hornet. And the Hornet is a Dodge car.
And your last one, number 5, that event that is occurring on September 22nd, 2024 and March 20th, 2025 would be your vernal equinox. Of course, the Chevy Equinox being that model. That wraps it up for round number 1. We are going to hand it back to Buzzy to get you through round number 2.
All right, thank you so much. Before we introduce our second round and our guest readers, I want to talk about one of the charity partners for this weekend. Since 2007, the Downtown Boxing Gym has been providing a free academic and athletic program to students starting at the age of 8. And since opening their doors, students who have gone through the program have a 100% high school graduation rate. Let's clap for that. Their STEAM program is state-of-the-art and is growing larger by the day, and Sporcle is proud to partner with DBG and help make their dreams for Detroit's youth a reality. Let's take a look at this short video about the Downtown Boxing Gym.
For me, this is dead serious. There's nothing more serious than saving lives. When these kids put their lives in your hand, or the mothers and fathers put these kids' lives in your hand, it's a serious business. It's nothing to play with. The Downtown Boxing Gym is a youth program in Detroit that's free for the kids in the community. We teach them to box. We have tutors who help bring the kids' grades up. My goal is to have graduates, you can become a boxing champion. You can win a gold medal, and your life and your career can end right there on the spot. One punch can change your life. If you can imagine saying that, I just left school, I'm about to go to an after-school reading program, and your friends are gonna laugh at you, especially those knuckleheads, the ones who are not really motivated to do anything positive in life. They're gonna talk about you so bad that you're gonna be like, yeah, you're right, I ain't going. But if you say, I'm going to a boxing gym, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, for real? Let me come with you. I wanna go too. Now I got you here. You might wanna hit the bag, but once you hit in the bag, I tell you, before you touch my bag, you gotta go touch those books.
When I first met Coach Kali, he told me I had to be serious and train hard, and he don't play. I got busy with my math. I was doing horrible. But once I stayed focused, I was running through my math homework easy.
I am very honored to bring out to read our next round 2 current DBG students. Please welcome to the stage Harmony and Courtney. Before I hand it off to Harmony, I just want to let everyone know this round focuses on some of the lessons covered in DBG's STEAM lab, and they'll quickly talk about 5 experiments they covered and ask you some questions related to those lessons. All you, Harmony.
Hi everyone, my name is Harmony and I'm here with my friend Courtney. So, I'm a rising senior, hashtag class of 2025. Yeah, that's me. Okay, and I'm interested in public relations and communications. All right, question 1. Our engineering unit used the egg drop experiment in order to test Newton's law of motion. Newton's second law is usually summarized with the equation P equals m times v. What does the P stand for in that equation? We learned all about DNA in our biochemistry unit. DNA consists of 4 nitrogen bases. 3 of the 4 bases are also found in RNA. Which one is only found in DNA? We also extracted DNA from strawberries. Most DNA can be found in cell's nucleus, but 2 other organelles in plants have their own DNA. What are those 2 organelles? We've also learned about the principles of bridge building. One of the examples we learned about was what bridge the oldest crossing Venice Grand Canal. In our unit on flight, we learned there are 4 forces that affect how airplanes fly: weight, lift, thrust, and what 4th force caused by friction and differences in air pressure. Newton's second law of motion is usually summarized with the equation P equals m times v. What does the P stand for in that equation? And your answer to that is momentum. Three of 4 nitrogen bases in DNA are also found in RNA. What base is only found in DNA? And your answer is thymine. What 2 organelles in plants have their own DNA besides cell nucleus? And your answer is mitochondria and chloroplast.
What is the oldest bridge that crosses Venice Grand Canal? The Rialto Bridge.
And your last question for round 2. The 4 forces of flight on airplanes are weight, lift, thrust, and what 4th force caused by friction and differences in air pressure? Your answer to that is drag.
Thank you so much, Harmony and Courtney. Thanks for being here. I'll take that too. Why don't we welcome back out Lauren and Robert? I mean, I don't want to be a drag, but I'm having a Rialto chloroblast out here. I mean, they can't all be good. That's called riffing.
All right, so let's get started with round 3. The smaller, the better. So for this round, we'll provide you with 3 categories and groups. You'll need to figure out which group is the smallest and give a correct answer from the smallest group.
Then that will take us into number 1. You need to provide the correct answer from the smallest group, your groups being Shakespeare plays classified as histories, Star Wars movies in the Skywalker saga that feature Chewbacca, and individuals who have won multiple Nobel Prizes.
And for question 2, you have to provide a correct answer from the smallest group, Taylor Swift albums that have been re-recorded with a Taylor's version edition, women in the Not Ready for Primetime Players lineup of season 1 of Saturday Night Live, or UN member nations with short form English names that begin with K.
Your third set. Individuals who have won the regular season MVP award while playing for the Los Angeles Lakers. Charles Dickens novels whose common title consists only of a person's first and last name, or people who have been one of the Three Stooges in their theatrical short films.
And question 4, we have women who have won at least 2 majors since Serena Williams' final Grand Slam win, British prime ministers during the 1990s, and rooms on a clue board with 2-word names.
And your last one, number 5. National parks located in Utah. Performers nominated for at least 1 acting Emmy for a recurring role on Cheers, or IAU recognized constellations whose name starts with the letter C. Alrighty, teams, answers are in and answers are scored. Time to tell you what's what. And for number one, for our list, there are 11 Shakespearean histories. There are 7 Star Wars movies that feature Chewbacca and 5 individuals with multiple Nobel Prizes. So we're again looking for a 2-time Nobel winner. So correct answers that we would be looking for would be Marie Curie, Linus Pauling, John Bardeen, Frederick Sanger, or Carl Barry Sharpless.
All right, our second group. Okay, so Taylor's versions. There are 4 albums so far. SNL's first season had 3 women, and there are 5 K countries at the UN. Which means we wanted one of the SNL women, and you could have said Jane Curtin, Lorraine Newman, or Gilda Radner.
Rosanna Dana. For number 3, for your Lakers regular season MVPs, there were 4. Dickens novels was 5. And for your 3 Stooges, there weren't 3, there were 6. So we're looking for Lakers MVPs. For that list, you could have given me either Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, or Kobe Bryant. Or maybe Lou Alcindor, because that's what his mama's named him.
All right, number 4. Multiple majors post Serena. That is 6. 1990s UK prime ministers. That is 3. And then 2-word clue rooms. There are only 2. Which means you could have said either the dining room or the billiard room.
Last one, number 5. Utah is home to 5 national parks. Cheers saw 11 different people nominated for an Emmy for a recurring role. And finally, out of the 88 IAU constellations, there are a whopping 22 that starts with C. So that means you need to go with Utah National Parks. Your options would have been Arches, Bryce Canyon, Canyonlands, Capitol Reef, and Zion. That will wrap up your 3rd round, and we go back to Buzzy.
Thank you. Are we having fun yet? That's good. All right. I was going to make another joke, but we've got a lot of momentum going for tonight. That's a callback to round 2, anybody. I do not get a chance to see this material before you do, so I'm having to come up with this on the spot, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Okay, thank you for that smattering of silence. Before we wrap up our first half, our next round will highlight the Detroit Youth Choir. The DYC were featured in season 14 of America's Got Talent. They performed at this year's NFL Draft, were subjects of Choir, their very own Disney Plus show, and they just performed for Kamala Harris. So they are having a real brat summer. They're going to start this round with a performance that is going to blow you away. Give it up for the Detroit Youth Choir.
Mama said, Mama said, she said, we write the history, proud of your watching. Guilty of victory, every day we wanted everything, wanted everything. Mama said, love is a little complicated. Once I love, and I hate to see you win. Didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh,
I was broken from a young age, sending my soul into the masses, writing my poems for the few that look to me, to me, should to me, feeling me. Singing from heartache, from the pain, taking my message from the veins,
speaking my lessons from the brain,
seeing the beauty, the love.
pain. Oh, baby, I believe it. The pain.
Baby, now you feel me, I believe.
Oh, believe it. Pain.
I let the rain.
I let the rain. I let the rain. Okay.
Believer, believer. One day, when the glory comes, it'll be ours, it'll be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we'll be sure, we'll be sure.
Something must be done as soon as possible. If you can come together, we're unstoppable. If you're red, white, yellow, green, and blue, this isn't just our fight, no, it's yours. More than being enslaved by my ancestors. It's how we both the country transgression. We're the future, not the past. It's time to celebrate. You didn't get more, we didn't have to have the best. We want to contact, that is the line. If we are understand, we can even ask for. The year is 2024, let us make that clear. It's the last generation that has to win. What's here, and when we get old, the stories won't be on repeat. Finding the floor, right, and as you can eat, people behind and drugs, we keep our just standing. It's time to come together on our own street. that you're looking for. So don't take no days off. It's gonna pay off. I see that you love it. I want you to know that. Before you can see it, you gotta believe it.
You're the generation of tomorrow, but the pursuit's not today. And all the time is borrowed, so we have no turn away.
And you and I, oh I repeat, you and I, what don't deserve to lose. In your life, oh I repeat,
Give it up for the Detroit Youth Choir. How amazing is that? So impressive. I don't know how we're supposed to do anything after that. And also, in a way, so relatable because, like them, I was at one point a youth. How many of you? No. All right, I'm going to bring back out Lauren and Robert to ask you some questions related to that incredible, incredible performance we all just witnessed. Give it up again for Lauren and Robert.
Can we just give it up one more time for the Detroit Youth Choir? Because that was unbelievable. Yes. So we're going to ask you some questions related to the songs that they just sang. Here's question number 1. The lyrics to High Hopes reference a certain U.S. expansion policy of the 19th century. What 4-word phrase, often attributed to Horace Greeley, summarizes this policy? There's no word on whether the DYC will be adding King of Wishful Thinking to their repertoire to capitalize.
Question 2. Believer received a notable boost in popularity due to being featured in the first season finale of what CW series, whose 7th and final season ended 1 year ago next week?
Question 3. Glory was written for a movie and won the Academy Award for Best Original Song. Who directed that movie?
And question 4. Dancing in the Street mentions several cities by name. In which of those cities could one dance on Royal Street or Daphne Street?
And question 5. Can't Hold Us made Macklemore and Ryan Lewis the 5th ever artist to have their first 2 singles reach number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Who was the first to accomplish this, doing so with 4 consecutive chart toppers starting in 1990, and with 15 others since?
All right, let's see those answers. Answer number 1. The lyrics to High Hopes references a U.S. expansion policy summarized by the 4-word phrase, Go West, young man. Answer number 2. Believer got a big boost thanks to being featured in Riverdale. Answer number 3. Glory was written for the movie Selma, which was directed by Ava DuVernay. Answer 4. If you are dancing on Royal Street or Dauphine Street, you would be in New Orleans. And answer number 5. The first artist to have their first 2 singles top the charts was Mariah Carey.
So let's introduce the host for this second half of the game. She's been a trivia host for 7.5 years, Hannah Galvani. All right, next up, he's been a host of Sporcle since 2013, and in that time, he's hosted a record 2,514 live events and counting. Give it up for Bill Riemann.
Hello, Detroit. Hello, SporcleCon. How about that Detroit Youth Choir, everybody? How about Mark Adams for getting this SporcleCon going and everybody that's helping him with SporcleCon? Good job. All right, guys, so let's do this. It's what's the good word? Who here knows how to play Wordle? Anybody? All right.
Bill has never played
No.
Wordle. Boo,
No.
Bill.
I know.
Good. Question 1, what's the good word? Which Normandy beach was the landing site secured largely by Canadian troops? In this case, the wrong answer we are giving you is gold. So there is an O in the answer, but it's not in that spot.
Okay, number 2. With 363, what Major League Baseball pitcher holds the most career victories as a left-handed pitcher? The wrong answer is Plank.
Question 3. In what mainland Asian capital would you find the port district of Muttra and the Al Alam Palace? As you can see here, we are giving you Riyadh as the incorrect guess.
All right, our next question, which is number 4. What Tony-winning musical includes such songs as Change Don't Come Easy and Steal Your Rock and Roll? The wrong answer, this time, is Company.
And question number 5 this round. Annie Allen won what writer a Pulitzer Prize for poetry, making them the first African American Pulitzer winner? The wrong answer we're giving you here is Dunbar. Let's find out what is the good word. Number 1, the answer here is not gold, but rather Juneau.
Juneau. Awesome place.
Number 2, Eddie Plank did not amass 363 victories,
Who did?
but Warren Spahn.
Warren Spahn, Milwaukee Braves. All right, so number 3. This isn't Riyadh, but rather Muscat in Oman. And number 4, those songs aren't from Company, they're from Memphis, the home of the king, baby.
Our last answer, Paul Laurence Dunbar was not awarded a Pulitzer. It was Gwendolyn Brooks. Okay, that wraps round 5. What's the good word? Next we have details are sketchy, and I believe we have some props.
Everybody loves props. Here they come.
We have some props. As you can see, there are 5 banners. They will feature some minimalist artwork, and we're going to ask you a question about each of them, one at a time. Number 1, turn it around. This is kind of a two-handed job. It's hard to do when you have microphone and index cards.
We got it.
The actress who voices this character won an Emmy Award in the 1970s for her performance on what live-action show, which, much like the show this character appears in, was a spin-off.
All right, now question number 2. This advertising mascot was originally voiced by an actor who had an uncredited performance on what song that hit number 31 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 2022, 56 years after it was first recorded.
It appears to be upside down.
We know what?
We can't flip it upside down, though.
We're going to fix it.
Just to let you know, we didn't hang the banners.
Yes.
Just presenting them.
We did it.
Thank you for pointing that out. Question 3. This player plays for a team that has made 4 Super Bowl appearances and have gone 0-4 for those games. Name any 2 teams to beat them.
2 teams, any 2 teams. And number 4, 76 years before becoming an animated character, this figure here was made into a 4-foot-tall bronze statue and placed on a rock in the water off of what city?
And our last details are sketchy. In the 1980s, this character was portrayed on a children's television show by a man whose pop culture claim to fame includes appearances in 4 music videos for what artist?
All right, now the answers are now in. Okay, so this character right here, this is Marge Simpson. Marge, she's awesome, is played by Julie Kavner, who had a featured role on Rhoda, my mom's favorite show. Number 2, Tony the Tiger was voiced by Thurl Ravencraft. Awesome name. And he's the deep voice singing, "You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch."
You could have like a second night job.
I should be him.
Number 3, this is a Minnesota Viking player. So we're looking for any of the 2 of the following: the Chiefs, the Dolphins, the Steelers, or the Raiders.
Go Lions.
And over here, we have a mock-up of Ariel, also known as the Little Mermaid. And the Little Mermaid was written by Denmark's Hans Christian Andersen, and the statue in question is located in Denmark's capital, Copenhagen.
Yes, and it's Mario in this question. And back in the 1980s, Mario was played by wrestler Captain Lou Albano. In addition to his time in the WWF, he had a featured role in 4 music videos by Cyndi Lauper, perhaps most famously for her dad in Girls Just Wanna Have Fun.
Oh, girls just wanna have fun.
Yes.
All right, we gotta get these props off the stage for our next round, and we're gonna hand things back to Buzzy Cohen.
Buzzy.
That's me. Aloha. Give us a second. How about a hand for our stunning prop movers here? The best in the business. They are very, very good. All right, I heard that people wanted more Buzzy in the event. So for this next round, which is Right Movie, Wrong Song, we're gonna give it up for Peter's disembodied voice. We're gonna be playing clips from various movies that have iconic pieces of music. You'll need to name the song that's supposed to be playing in each of these scenes. Let's hear it.
Some movie scenes are inseparable from the songs that play in the background. And that's why we've decided to completely upend those scenes by changing out the songs. For this round, we're gonna play a scene from a movie that is tied to a famous piece of music. But instead, we're playing a different song by the same artist. Your job will be to name the original song that's supposed to be there. All right, let's jump in.
What we're living in, let me tell ya. And it's a world that man can eat at all. When things are big that should be small. Who can tell what magic spells we'll be doing for us? And I'm giving all my love to this world.
I remember when rock was young. Me and Susie had so much fun, holding hands and skimming stones. Had a no-go Chevy and a place of my own, but the biggest kick
It's time at the bar.
All right, what a great round. Give it up for our quiz masters for just their creativity, endless ingenuity. Hannah and Bill, come on back out here. We have our 8th round, our final round of regular play, and it is called This is Vinyl Tap. Now, all of you had records on your tables. You are going to need those for this round. We're going to ask a question, and we're looking for one of the song titles featured on either side of the record. Now, we want you to give the entire full song title, not the specific word or phrase that answers the question. Hopefully that'll be clear.
The answer you're going to give us is that full name of the song on one of the sides of that vinyl, for which part of the song answers the question. But for the answer you submit, we want the full song title. Make sense? All right, are we ready for the first question? Which song on this record contains the full title of a live-action movie released in the 2010s that was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture?
Which song on this record, both sides, contains the full title of both a top 10 hit for Usher and the first Billboard Hot 100 #1 song to contain rap vocals?
We're getting it now, right? All right. Number 3, which song on this record contains a term associated with the work of Elizabeth Kubler-Ross?
Number 4, which song on this record, both sides, contains the name of a television show that took place at Hillman College?
And our last question for this round, which song on this record shares its name with a novel and film about a real-life post-impressionist? Number 1. The winner for Best Picture at the 85th Academy Awards was Argo. And one of the movies it beat was Amour. The answer is My Cherie Amour.
My Cherie Amour. Right. All right. All right, guys. Number 2. Caught Up. Your favorite jam is an Usher hit. In Blondie's Rapture included Debbie Harry rapping about a man from Mars. The answer here was Caught Up in the Rapture. Very witty.
Number 3. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross is responsible for the 5 stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. So we were looking for the denial twist.
Fantastic. Number 4. While there was a real Hillman College in Mississippi, the fictional school in Virginia was the setting for one of my favorite shows, A Different World. Thursdays, 8:30 on NBC in the 80s. So we're looking for I'm in a Different World was the answer.
Your last question before we get to our final round. That post-impressionist was Vincent van Gogh, and he was the subject of Lust for Life.
Lust for Life. Stooges from Detroit. Stooges.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, we had a fantastic time hosting to SporcleCon Detroit. Thank you. I am Bill.
I am Hannah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everybody. Back to you, Buzzy.
Thank you. Let's hear it again for Bill and Hannah. We are going to do the final round. We'll ask 3 more questions in 3 different categories. You're going to wager 0 to 10 points per question, only knowing the categories. Correct answers will earn points. The difference now is that incorrect answers will lose you points. So wager wisely before we begin that final round. I have an exciting film to show you. Who's excited to find out where SporcleCon will be next year? Before we show it, anyone have any guesses? Let's hear. I heard Seattle. I heard Philly. I heard USA, USA, USA. All right, let's see it. Where will Sporcle take us next year?
Good evening, Sporcle fans! And breaking news from the future. It seems we've cracked time travel and SporcleCon 2025 was a resounding success. Let's hear what some attendees are saying about the event. Thank you, me from the past. Sir, tell us all about SporcleCon 2025.
SporcleCon 2025 was an absolute blast. The trivia games were so exciting and fun and challenging, and I give it 4 out of 4 stars.
The new games were so fun, and the whole atmosphere was like this big, deep dish of fun and community.
That was amazing. 4 out of 4 stars.
Oh my God, that really bears repeating. 4 out of 4 stars.
Well then, there you have it. Back to you, past me. SporcleCon 2025 will be held in the Windy City, Chicago.
Each time I leave, Chicago is tugging my sleeve. Chicago is one town that won't let you down. It's my
Mark your calendars for August 15th through 17th, and we'll see you for another unforgettable trivia adventure.
That's right, SporcleCon 2025 in Chicago. I have a feeling that whoever organizes SporcleCon just really likes hot dogs, and we're just going to great hot dog towns. Where are my glizzy guys and gals? Anybody? Yeah! HOTDOGS. Hot dogs are the very best. You are giving me the deadest stare. You're not liking it. Let's get to the final round. We're going to ask these 3 different questions. I'm going to give you these categories for the final round now. Make your wagers based on these categories. Number 1, blockbusters with an S, not like Blockbuster, blockbusters. Number 2, elements. Number 3, the Olympics. Get those wagers in now. Remember, anything you wager can be won or lost. It's a bit like gambling at the casino, which I'll be doing once we finish up here. So get those answers in quickly so Buzzy can get to the casino. Before I introduce our final hosts for the final round, I just want to thank all of you for welcoming me, and it's just been such an honor and a pleasure to MC this event. Let's meet our 3 hosts for the final round. First, our Director of Host Management and the pride of Columbus, Ohio. I assume the bar is low. Please welcome Ferd! There he is. Our second host is from Massachusetts, where she attended Emerson College, which is home to notable alumni such as Dennis Leary, Henry Winkler, and Jennifer Coolidge. Unfortunately, none of them were available to host, so please welcome Kelly Bose. And our final of 3 hosts, this is a very special one, currently residing in Oakland, California, She was catapulted, or maybe trebucheted to fame, thanks to a 40-game winning streak on Jeopardy and a win at the 2022 Tournament of Champions. Please welcome the one, the only, Amy Schneider.
Hey, Amy.
All right, there are 3 questions in this final round. For each question, given only categories, you're going to wager between 0 and 10. I think you already did that. Each question gets its own wager, unlike the previous rounds. Wrong answers will cost you points in your wager, so your score can go up or down. I'm going to hand it off to our hosts. Let's go.
Your first of 3 final round questions. What was the highest grossing film at the worldwide box office that was released in the 2010s that has a 1-word title? Let's throw that second question up there. What do you got?
All right, in the category of elements, M is by far the most common letter to end the names of chemical elements. What is the first element in terms of atomic number to start with the second most common ending letter? There's a lot in that question. You got to piece through it, but all the info you need is in that question.
The start, the
yes.
end.
Yes, start, ends, first, second.
All right, and so then question number 3, the Olympics. This is not such a complicated question as some people are asking. What is the smallest country by population to have hosted a Summer Olympic Games? Smallest by population, not by any other criteria which you could rank countries, but by population, which is the smallest country to have hosted a Summer Olympic Games?
And we'll cheer you on silently. All right, guys, all the hard work's done. Let's see if you got these. Our first one in the blockbusters category takes us to the 2010s, where there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There were 7 one-word title movies that grossed over $1 billion.
Buzzy just accidentally guessed them all as he was trying to come up with the right answer. But he got to the right one eventually.
Here are the ones that are not the right answer. I'll save the last one. Zootopia is one of them, but not the right answer. The live-action Aladdin, Joker, Skyfall, Aquaman, Minions. But your top answer, the correct answer, grossed the most, was Frozen.
Wow. What an eruption of applause. That's got to feel good, Fern.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, number 2, that elements question. This was convoluted at best, but we were looking for the first element in terms of atomic number to start with the second most common ending letter. We gave you M as the first most common. That has 82 elements, if I counted backstage correctly. The second most common ending letter is N. N. Which means we were looking for nitrogen.
Wow. Well done, well done. So that leaves it to me. I'm very excited. You are not officially hosting a trivia contest unless you're holding an index card. And so this is pretty great for me. So we're looking for the least populous country, as Buzzy pointed out would be a better phrasing, to have hosted a Summer Olympics. With a population of just 5.5 million people, the least populous country to host a Summer Olympics was the 1952 host of Finland. Yes. Congratulations.
It sounds like everyone won.
That's right.
Wow.
Everybody gets the prize money.
That is what winning feels like. Congratulations. Thank you all so much, Amy, Kelly, Fern. You guys can head off stage. We are gonna, thank you. My number 1 trivia accomplishment is the friends I made along the way. Unfortunately, none of them are here tonight. So we are going to, while we give, that was a joke. I was actually making fun of myself for not having any friends. That got some claps. Well, I'm working on it. I just want to say there's nothing more exciting than seeing how excited people are to get stuff right. So thank you for sharing that with me. Mark, I'm going to hand it off to you.
How about Buzzy Cohen, everybody? Buzzy Cohen, give it up. One of the best in the biz. What we're going to do right now is we're going to call in random order the top 3 teams to the stage, and we will tell you who's won. So something a little different. So if I call your team name, you are in the top 3, and we're going to ask your team to come up on stage with our Globies and Buzzy. I need team number 9, MC9, to come to the stage, please. You are in the top 3 at this moment. I need team 27, cryptocurrency or Krypton currency, whichever it is this year, because I messed it up the one year. First year champion, right? Back up on the stage. And then I'm also going to need team 20. We have the Meat Sweats. Please come to the stage. These are your top 3 teams. But the top 97 teams in my heart are all the rest of you. I hope that no matter what, whether you're not on the stage or not, I hope you've been entertained tonight. I hope you've had a great time. I hope you enjoyed yourself here. I hope you have a great time this evening. There's lots of time to go out and explore Detroit. We got a great day planned for tomorrow as well. All right, folks, in 3rd place, Krypton Currency. You guys are the 3rd place winners. Congratulations, 3rd place. Cash money for you guys. In 2nd place, we have the Meat Sweats. You are the 2nd place winners, which means the 2024 Battle of the Brains champions, MC9. Give it up for them. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again. That is a wrap for Battle of the Brains. That is a wrap for Saturday night at SporcleCon. You guys are the best. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you had a great time.